Hi guys, welcome to the Channel of Love. This is take 2, which is very unlike me to have to stop the reading. No, it's only because I said it was 11 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, because I said it was 13:11. Lucy, don't go into this again. I won't. Good afternoon, guys. Today, Tuesday, is going to be our board meeting day where we bring out the 12 signs of the square table. What cards am I going to use? I feel drawn to use the Witches Tarot. Let me just reach for those. I'm actually feeling that there's I was going to say that there's like a personality, that's being created within these 12 signs. These 12 signs, star signs. It feels very much like the invisible council technique that Napoleon Hill used. So, I feel like I like these readings, but I don't want to. Lily's on that chair, let's not put it there. But I don't want to do this reading every day, so I thought we'll have it every Tuesday. Board meeting day. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be at 13:11 every week, but 111. Let's have a look. What's the deal today at the board meeting? What wants to be discussed? I bloody love board meetings. I think they're the most fascinating things to attend. It's like you just sit back, watch everyone's characters. There's normally that grumpy, moody one. There's the one that might make the little comments under the breath that you hear. You have the dominant one who likes to take over the board meeting. Oh, you have the quiet ones who just are like little mice sitting in the corners. Anyway, okay. Aries, your cards come out. Taurus, I like how Aries always starts. Well, Aries starts the season. It's the first sign of the year, if you want to go by seasons. So Aries, and then there's Taurus. But I always feel like Aries wants to be like Taurus, like in the Taurus position. It's like Aries just missed out on being a fixed sign. Like they got stuck with being like a cardinal sign, which means that they have so many ideas. It's the Emperor energy, so many ideas, but then they get bored easily and they're off. Where Taurus would take that idea and want to follow it all the way through being a fixed sign. That's why Taurus will get stressed out, because Aries will like desert it. The idea of when they get a bit bored of it and they're off to something else, leave it to Taurus. Taurus then is bringing it all together and needs to finish it off. And then kind of we're coming up to Gemini now. And Gemini being a mutable sign, they're quite easygoing. They're like, Taurus, how can we help you? How can we assist? And they don't get too wrapped up in it. They never really get to take ownership of anything, being a mutable sign. But they're kind of like the mice that sit in the corners. They're listening, they're observing. And then you've got the one at the meeting who's got all the ideas, but there's no follow through. And then you have the fixed sign that sits there and it's like, oh, I can see how all this will come together. So, okay, so really the fixed signs need the mutables, otherwise the fixed sign will never move on to anything else. Okay. Did that just explain to you really what the cardinal signs do? Okay. And what the fixed signs do, and then who the mutables are. So, well, I'll explain it as we go along, in the seasons, if you like. It's the season to be jolly. So that's what I feel, because when I feel Aries, I feel very strong, fixed energy with Aries. A very strong masculine energy. So, Aries, cardinal sign. Lots of ideas. Okay, you've got some get up and go. You get the ball rolling. Okay, you get the momentum going. Taurus, you're going to pick this up. It's going to be a bloody good idea. Okay. But then it's like you need, that's why the fixed signs need to work together, because they're all quite capable of handling projects on their own from beginning through to completion. But if the 4 fixed signs work together, they actually have like it's like a 4x4. They actually have their support network. Okay. Gemini. And this is for the month of spring. It's coming up now. So really, you would like to think that Aries is maybe getting prepared for their season. What's budding? in spring, in Aries' mind. Taurus is going to pick it up, okay, and help Aries with this, bring it together. And then we need to have Gemini on board to be able to wrap up the month of spring. There's Gemini's card. Okay, so that's spring done. Summer. Who starts off summer? It's Cancer, cardinal sign. Lots of ideas for the summertime. In the summertime, when the weather is fine. Okay, Leo, you're the fixed sign for summer. You pick this up. It's very homely energy, with Cancer and Leo being maybe the most balanced sign of the zodiac is Leo. Leo. And then we're going to hand it over to Virgo, who doesn't mind wrapping up the completion. I was saying that the mutables never really get recognition because they're kind of not left the scraps, but it's kind of, as it's like wrapping up, they're the ones that kind of do the clean-up job. Virgo. Okay, let's move into autumn. Libra. Any ideas for autumn? It's like we're having a year. Is this the third? It is the third board meeting of the year. But now it's time to talk about the year. Libra, you want me to see your card? I don't want to have a look just yet, thank you. We're jumping all the way to autumn. Okay. Fixed sign of autumn is Scorpio. You want me to see your cards as well. There's lots going on there's two cards here for Scorpio in autumn. Sagittarius, you're going to wrap up autumn. They're not fussed about me seeing that. It's the wrap-up job, isn't it? And then we have winter. Okay, Capricorn, come on. How many cards do you want? Capricorn is being helped immensely by Aquarius. This could be this winter now, what's actually going on. Felt like that's what's being balanced. So we are still in winter. Not quite your season yet, Aries, is it? No, because we're in Aquarius now. We've still got Pisces to go. So I'm actually feeling... Are you with me, guys? I hope you're sticking with me. All right, with this. So I'm feeling like we might start with the winter and have a look at what's going on. And then we're going to spring, summer, autumn. Feels like a lot of activity in autumn. The ideas that are planted in spring, with the help of the summer season, everything will be, it's exciting in autumn. Let the board meeting commence. I wonder who's going to be the strongest character. Only Scorpio's got two cards here. Okay, so we're going to have a look at winter. The winter month, so we will first go to Capricorn and say, Capricorn, what's been, because obviously these represent the 3 months of the seasons. So Capricorn, what's been going on? Been moving on. Okay. Aquarius, we have the Divine Feminine's energy. I felt like Capricorn was following, had Aquarius, I felt like Capricorn was following. They would come out together, they were stuck, following Aquarius's lead. And Aquarius was supporting Capricorn. And it's the Divine Feminine who's in Aquarius. And she has been supporting Capricorn with moving on. So leading by example, Aquarius has been doing. And that's exactly where we are at the moment. Aquarius season. Okay, lots of moving on last month. Last month was January. Okay. Let's have a look into March. Okay, dealing with heartbreak. Pisces energy here. We're dealing with heartbreak. Someone's going to be hurt. I feel like it's a masculine who's moving on. I'm not sure it's the divine feminine who's going to be hurt. I feel like he could be leaving another relationship here. That's winter. Let's go into spring. Aries, divine masculine energy. Guarded. Don't know why I want to say guarded, but you're guarded. It's a very protective energy. So it's coming over from Pisces. There is this energy of cutting someone out. You've raised your sword, but then there's an energy of solitude, wanting to be alone, just guarded, not knowing really who to trust. So I feel like the divine feminine energy has helped the masculine energy through the winter months to move on. It's like there's a gentle like breeze vibrating through these cards. There's an energy. And it has caused heartache. Being guarded, having to cut someone out of the picture, but then there's just, it feels like a fogginess around the brain. For Aries, I feel for the masculine's energy, wanting to fly free, but still feeling chained. I'm in chains. Okay, what are you in chains about? What's that song about? Should we have a sing song? Well, I'm not going to sing it. Who sings it? I'm in chains. I don't think it's someone Amy, but that's just, I don't know. It's just I'm in chains. Tina Arena. Amy. Tina Arena. Let's get the lyrics. It's taken me to genius.com. Seriously. Chains. Tina Arena. Your arms are warm, but they make me feel as if they're made of cold, cold steel. A simple kiss like a turning key, a little click, and the lock's on me. Can't move my arms, can't lift my hands. I won't admit to where I am, but I know, baby, I'm in chains. I'm in chains. So that really comes in with, so this is the divine masculine's energy really kind of being at a standstill, a bit stuck. And they're very aware that they are in chains. Your arms are warm and they make me feel as if they're made of cold, cold steel. So I feel like if the divine feminine here, your arms are warm, but he's still feeling very cold, like a cold steel, a simple kiss, like a turning key, a little click, and the lock's on me. I feel like this is actually the divine masculine knowing that, well, it's a bit of a self-imposed prison going on. He's very aware that he's keeping himself trapped. But I feel like whatever he's just been through has just been so traumatic that he needs some time. He just needs time. Maybe just to feel what he's wanting to feel, which is better than keeping it suppressed. Because what does suppression lead to? Depression. We don't want that. So can't move my arms, can't lift my hands, I won't admit to where I am. But I know, baby, I'm in chains, I'm in chains. I pretend I can always leave, free to go whenever I please, but then the sound of my desperate calls echo off these dungeon walls. I've crossed the line from mad to sane 1,000 times and back again. I love you, baby. I'm in chains, I'm in chains, I'm in chains. Should have known, passing through the gate, that once inside I could not escape. I never thought this could happen to me. I never thought this is where I'd be. So the divine masculine, he's through, guys. He's just in shock. It's kind of plain sailing now for him. Let's reread that part. Should have known, passing through the gate, that once inside I could not escape. I never thought this could happen to me. I never thought this is where I'd be. And it's kind of as soon as that true love's kiss, it's going to lock it in. But he's just not quite ready for that. But baby, 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 look at me. I said, baby, baby, look at me. I'm in chains. Baby, baby, I'm in chains. I'm in chains. Baby, I'm in chains. I never thought this is where I'd be. I never thought that this could happen to me. Chains. It's just like exaggerated. Baby, baby, I'm in chains. Chains. And that's what just keeps repeating. It took me to, I sang it the other day. I'm in the middle of a chain reaction. Genius.com. Divine Masculine is becoming a genius. Looks like he's going to be, I wanted to say mended. Not that any of us are broken. But by autumn, he's going to be, this is a big part, spring and summer, for the masculine energy. Let's have a look at what, so that's Aries. Let's have a look at Taurus. Taurus, so Aries being, the idea is I'm trapped in chains, okay, seen as a cardinal, okay. It's about breaking out of these chains. It's about doing the inner work. What does Taurus want to say about this? Seven of Pentacles. Taurus says it just takes time and you need to be patient with yourself. You will see the light. The Three Pentacles here means about working in partnership with like-minded people. And you might be in the shadow here, but you will see the light of day. That's what Taurus says about that. Okay, Gemini. It takes planning and preparation. A very young, innocent energy from Gemini here. It's an optimistic energy. That's really interesting because I was just playing around with something that I found upstairs, and it's a jar of positivity notes that my daughter Emily, she's a Gemini, she wrote when she was 13, and she wrote them for her dad. It was a present for her dad, a jar, coffee jar filled up with little pieces of paper. And I had a look at them and I thought, I'm going to use them. It was just, I mean, this was about 4 years ago. But it's a little jar that has these positive quotes in them. So, about staying positive here. I might, I'll go and get them after the video. And then I'll attach it on the ends. It won't feel like I'm gone. But, okay, Gemini. Okay. Patience and planning. Let's go into the summer energy. Cancer. Okay. Looks like Cancer's getting ready to hold a party. To host a party. It's a homecoming. It feels very Robin Hood theme to it. Now, Cancer is the star sign regarding home. Home and hearth. So Cancer's here at home. Now, either they're celebrating alone, either they're drinking a lot. There's 9 cups there on the table. But I feel like they're hosting a party. People that have them divorce parties. That's what was coming through. Celebrating being divorced. Okay. Leo. Very homely card. Yeah, there's 2 of Cups. So there's a reconciliation. That's why Cancer's celebrating, because they can be with their true love. Two of Cups, very nice balanced energy there from Leo. So this is about having the strength to go through. I do actually feel like, because we've got wrapping up the winter, like someone actually being sent away and the masculine's moving on, and it feels like towards his divine feminine. This actually feels like in the summer month, whether if that's to do with this, the divorce comes through, it's been finalised, someone's celebrating. But I felt this energy of this could be like everyone ends up with their true love. And if this person loves alcohol, then they're going to find themselves alone with it, aren't they? They're going to be alone doing what they love, no one telling them what to do. And then it kind of opens up for this connection here. Because I was picking up on this energy of the brownness. They'd rather stay at home and party at home. Where this is more of a celebration energy, and there's just more light to this lady's hair. It just makes her feel like she's glowing. So Leo's there, bringing in the balance between the feminine and masculine energy. Okay, Virgo, summertime. My heart just beating really fast and like proper palpitations. And seeing as we have the Two of Swords that come out, and she has the wrists, the wrist of truth, rest in truth. She has bands around her wrist here. She's just waiting for her angel wings, her fairy wings. Look at the fairies are even tired. Look, drooped over here. And it says Virgo. I'd say that Virgo out of the star signs was maybe the most pedantic, needing to have everything just in particular order, needing to know. Band of Brothers was coming through. Okay. It's like a Steven Spielberg movie, is it? Did he do E.T.? E.T. Go home. Ding. Oh, I think, is that a Steven Spielberg? Libra. Well, we've got the King of Pentacles. It's about this is what Justice wants you to see, looking a bit further into the future, is that in an autumn time, the Divine Masculine is sitting in his rightful place as the King of Pentacles. Not the Emperor, the King of Pentacles. Scorpio, you've got two cards. You have the Magician's energy and you have the Knight of Cups. Both very much your energy. The Magician of transformation, seeing as you are the element of death. Transforming, you're used to this. So I wondered who was controlling the reading. You've got two cards and you're waving your magic wand here. To infinity and beyond. Sending it out there. Got your magician's cloak on. All the tools, all the tricks of the trade. Don't worry everyone, Scorpio's got the tricks of the trade when it comes to love offerings. Okay. Not offerings of love, love offerings. So Scorpio is very in control of his season of autumn. And, well, we go on, well, it's the last card, it's Sagittarius. Unconditional love offerings. Unconditional love offerings without conditions. That is what's coming this autumn. This fall. The fall is coming in fall. Okay. Underlying energy. There's the legacy. It's the year of the legacy. You just need to believe, trust, have some patience. It's the year of the legacy, guys. Should we have a look at the enchanted map then? Let's do one for each of the seasons. Winter, we're in winter. Divine Masculine has been moving on. Following the lead of the Divine Feminine, it's like, I want what she's got. I want that light. And then it spoke about going through that gate in the song, being in chains. So the divine masculine here is guarded. You can see he's got all his 6 swords guarding him. He's got his little paddle. He's getting there. It's a lot calmer now. I feel like he just wants some time just to be in this calmness through chaos, because it's heartbreaking. But it's like, if the divine feminine can do it, I can do it. It's like he's keeping his eye on that top sunshine now, top flower. There's a quote or a little saying in Emily's positivity jar that says, if you look at the sunshine, then no shadows can be cast. Or you can see no shadows, something like that. And that's very true. So the masculine here, I feel, he's very much trying to look for a sunny disposition. It feels like things are, because it looks a bit bleak around him, a little bit blue, but it's, I felt the energy, it's a little bit blue, but then I just think of you. And look, you float his boat. Divine feminine, you float the divine masculine's boat. And then we have this 3 of Swords. Shall we read this card of the 3 of Swords? Out of these 3 cards, let's read this one. I feel like it has the most meaning to it, of what's going on. I'm in a daydream. Might be the best place to be. If everything else looks like chaos, you're better to bury your head in the sand than be in the daydream. I've just opened to that 6 of Swords. I'm not going to read it. It did say it means travel over water. Bridge over troubled waters, I will lay thee down. It's the 3 of Swords, so let's just go back. Have we backtracked? Let's read this. A large red heart is pierced by 3 swords. In the background, a stormy sky and heavy rain clouds are seen. 3 fairies hover about, looking dejected. A fairy couple embraces as if comforting each other, while the third fairy flies away. Blue ageratum flowers are falling from the rainy sky. While the heart is a symbol of love, truth, courage, and ethics, the 3 swords piercing the heart in this card sadly represent betrayal, heartbreak, and delay. The heavy dark rain clouds symbolise the stormy emotions and tears that are present in your life at this time. In the language of flowers, the blue ageratum means delay. This particular card illustrates the toughest times of heartbreak and the anguish of loss and betrayal. And it says, in the language of flowers, now before Christmas, Emily done me some cards. Even though they got wet and smudged, they still exist. The flower language cards. So in the language of flowers, the blue ageratum means delay. Let's have a look at these cards, seeing as my little one's coming through quite a bit in this reading with the Gemini energy. Wanting to help keep things positive. Victory and success. Palm leaf. Chill out. Just shouts. It's done. It's like it's in the palm of your hand. It's done. Should we get one more? 2 more. Unrequited love. That's what needs to be sent away. That will be sent away when the daffodils appear. I mean, my tulips are already starting to shoot up now. So daffodils, anytime. It's like a real sign of spring, isn't it? Spring's here. Mother's Day as well. I represent daffodils with Mother's Day. So, there's someone being sent away, and then we have wisdom. unrequited love. Might be a lot of tears being shed. So we have the iris. That takes me to the eye. Daffodil. Victory and success. It feels like it's the wisdom to see when something is not love. And to actually, I need to say, transmute that energy. That energy needs to be transmuted. It's done and it's over. But then you have to actually digest that. And this card here, beauty. And it's about focusing on the beauty of our earth and why things happen. The calla lily. Let's carry on reading this. So this card, this particular card indicates I've got a real lump in my throat. Okay. This reading is very much about patience, compassion, unconditional love for what others are going through that you may not be aware of. Okay. This particular card illustrates the toughest times of heartbreak and the anguish of loss and betrayal. When the Three of Swords is dealt in a reading, it causes a visceral reaction. This is a brutally tough card. There is no polite or soft way to put it. When the Three of Swords turns up in a reading, it is like a sucker punch to the stomach. It hurts. This card, more than any other, illustrates the pain and loss that the querent is experiencing at this time. What you need to understand is that you will have to take the pain into your heart, accept it, shed your tears, and then move beyond it. And that's a process, guys, that can take months. Like months at the shortest, really. Years if you allow it to be suppressed. And we all know this. For us that have done know-how. We know about childhood wounding, karmic repercussions, karmic patterns, lessons, how it's all in order, even though it seems very unfair at times and painful. And it's the energy of don't pray for things to be easier, pray for you to be stronger. So what you need to understand is that you will have to take the pain into your heart, accept it, shed your tears, and then move beyond it. Once you have accepted the pain and experienced the grief, then, and only then, can you move forward. This card may also stand for a delay to a project and plans, or the painful, karmic repercussions that are experienced when a manipulative spell backfires on the caster. The keywords are delay, personal betrayal, loss. Personal betrayal. This has nothing to do with you, Divine Feminine. Again, that came up yesterday. Nothing to do with you. This is some stuff that the Divine Masculine's energy needs to deal with. For the collective, not just for themselves, but this is a collective issue that needs to be addressed. It's like they're not just doing it for themselves, they're doing it for, well, I was going to say their country, but they're doing it for the other masculines, for our world. Sadness, conflict, and a spell that has backfired. Let's get an enchanted map. Hi, Lily. Come on, darling. Oh, what I wanted to say was, Divine Feminine, your role is really important. Keep being the light. Just keep being who you are, your true, authentic self, because you are helping the Divine Masculine. It said here there was a couple that were embracing and comforting each other, and I feel you're doing this energetically. And the Divine Masculine energy feels like it very much needs it. It needs the time, it needs, I don't want to call it Divine Masculine, their energy needs the time, the compassion, the love, the understanding. I don't want to say sympathy, but you can be sympathetic. You're not turning off the camera today, are you? No. Okay. empathic, if you like. You can show, you should be able to understand. Okay. Talismans come out. Card number 49. A lesson truly learned is Christians. Onward, Christian soldiers. Oh dear. I don't feel there's any war anymore. No one's marching off to war. It feels like a complete surrender. It's done. The war is over. And like, if you've been wrapped up in a war, like for years, it feels very alien. To not be in that anymore. That takes adjustment. It's like, well, where's the drama? So you can actually find yourself creating drama through this. I need to get my words out. Okay, let's just read, Lucy. Let's read. Wisdom allows you. Let me just start again. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognise traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. Not on my keypad, darling. I'm sorry, you're skating around now. You need to come. You've just messed up all my cards. What did you do? You're the one that had to come in to the board meeting. You need to come down, sweetie. Come on. Okay, sit there then. She's gone to that side now. She's just rubbing her face against the screen. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognise your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. This was coming through last night as a bit of a channeling, and it was about, I didn't know better, but now I do. And when you know better, you can then perform better. The cards have been messed up a bit here. I want to move on to that area there, Lily. Spring. Sometimes I feel a karmic energy with Lily, like turning the camera off. I'm sorry, someone has to have the role, don't they? But you do come across as being a little bit karmic at times, sweetie. I think you're just showing us the energy, but you need to get off of the spring energy. It did speak about the extremity of the pain and anguish and heartbreak that's being felt by the quant at this moment. And this could be the karmic energy actually really latching onto the masculine. That kind of please don't go energy. Divine Feminine. You can't commit a mistake as long as you are authentically, genuinely being in, living in your love and light. Lily, I'm going to take these cards, please. She's not budging. Good girl. So we have Aries, guarded. Springtime, needing to clear the head. Taurus, very understanding. Okay. And then we have Gemini with the energy of, it's a good time to plan. It feels like the energy of reinventing yourself, springtime. It's a good time to reinvent yourself. It's time for you to blossom. I always feel that's a tape measure around her, like measuring up. So it's a good time for you to focus on you, Divine Masculine. It's the energy of, we have all the time in the world. Okay. Let's have a look at the enchanted map. Listening in reverse. This is about having the time to connect with us. It's about those lessons that are truly learned, are crystallized. And then you can't commit a mistake. So, are you feeling that you're not being heard? That perhaps your needs aren't valid? That your song will go unsung? Now is the time to bring your message to the world. Speak up. It's time for your voice to resound throughout your sphere of influence. This is a moment to say what you mean and ask for what you want. Now, if there is this energy of being very guarded here, feeling as if you're not heard, you're not seen, you're not seeing things clearly or thinking clearly, with all this confusion around you. It's time for you to speak up, and it could be especially when it comes to the pain that's caused. Because I felt like the masculine was in chains. He could be free, but he was choosing to keep himself in this self-imposed prison, and it's not true. The story he's telling himself throughout spring is not true. And it's about, you need to change the story that you tell yourself. So are you feeling that you're not being heard? And perhaps your needs aren't valid, that your song will go unsung? Well, all the time that you focus on those, you will not be heard. Your needs will not ever be looked at as being valid, and you'll continue to not sing your song. So now is the time to bring your message to the world. Speak up. It's time for your voice to resound throughout your sphere of influence. This is a moment to say what you mean and ask for what you want. So it looks like springtime here is going to be a really important time for the masculine to understand how powerful their words are. The negativity, even the thoughts, negative thoughts. Okay, there is a consequence, there's a repercussion. In the reverse position, listening has another meaning too. It also asks you if you're refusing to listen to someone else. Pretending, that's just too funny. Preferring but pretending not to hear them. I feel that's the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay. It asks you if you're refusing to listen to someone else. I don't feel that you're refusing to listen to the Divine Feminine. I feel you're not letting the Divine Feminine know that you are listening to her and following her guidance and steps, action steps. So, are you refusing to listen to someone else? And I said pretending, but it says preferring to hear what you want instead of what's being said. So I feel as if like the Divine Masculine is pretending that he's guiding himself, but it's kind of like the Divine Feminine's guidance. He is guiding himself through your words of wisdom that he's taken on as his own. Fair play. It's a fair play. This is a time to get out of denial. Maybe not then. I don't think it feels fair. I wouldn't want to live with that, like taking on listening to someone give spiritual guidance and advice, especially if they're my divine counterpart, and then go off and like put all that into practice and take it as your own and never really tell anyone where the source actually like kind of comes from. You're just talking about source, not really where you found that source of knowledge. So you're pretending that the Divine Feminine isn't kind of the one that you're following, but you are. Okay. Another part of the process, another part of a lesson, a big lesson to learn. This is the time to get out of denial. Reverse discard always brings freedom if you heed its advice. And this is about you just being, this is about not being able to show the divine feminine recognition and praise, about not actually praising her. There's a bit of an issue here, an ego issue. There's an issue telling the divine feminine how loved she is, like throughout the springtime. It's a bit of a codependent energy, like without the divine feminine, how would the divine masculine even have got through this? Well, he did. Now what's he going to do about the divine feminine? Well, in summertime, there's other things to deal with, because it feels like there's hosting a party. I shall stick with what I said, really, about everyone being free to be with their divine love, their true love, what they view to be their true love. And the divine feminine's energy it feels like you might be feeling, because it said that all three of these fairies felt rejected, if you would like to say that. The divine masculine, you could see, was feeling rejected in the springtime. Divine feminine, because you may forget about having the patience and the planning, and that things are coming to fruition big time, because it's unconditional love that's coming in. And that will make sense in the autumn, because at the moment, the divine masculine has conditions for the sharing of this love. Okay, but then it comes with no conditions later. It's unconditional love. What did I say? Love offerings. Unconditional offering of love. It's unconditional love offerings. So I feel like the masculine is going to really get to grips with the love on a whole, as a whole, and then he's going to kind of hone into his own individual desire, love life. But first, it's like he's going to be doing some stuff for the fellowship. Okay. You're keeping your heart protected there, divine feminine, in the summertime. So let's have a look at summer. Stormfields in reverse and Deep Freeze in reverse. Card number 9. Looks like a 6. Doing it for love. It's not number 6. I've gone to the mountain. Number 9. Stormfields, this too shall pass in the summertime. Bit topsy-turvy there. Now is not the time to engage in any activity that brings unwanted chaos or drama into your life. Divine feminine, still not to get involved. It does feel like there's a release. The divine masculine's broken free from his chains. And it's still a time when you're not needed. You're not needed to participate or assist in this part of the process. This is the divine masculine's mess. We can call it a mess, because he's been in a mess and he's straightening himself up. This kind of storm can be destructive, and you'll regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and bring a tornado of betrayal, anger and unnecessary angst. Divine feminine, practicing your patience here. We have to try and remember what this reading said. The first board meeting of the year, really. Well, it's the third, but the others were like practice runs. This kind of storm can be destructive, and you'll regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and bring a tornado of betrayal, anger and unnecessary angst. You don't want to be taking on the masculine traits of springtime when, they're not being heard and their point of view is not valid, because that's what you're going to attract. So it's about keeping your heart. It does feel like you could be guarding your heart, feeling this deflated energy, because it said that the 3 angels in this, 3 fairies. None of us are angels in this scene, we're all fairies. Okay, that they were all feeling dejected, even though 2 were comforting each other. It says, find shelter. This turbulent weather will pass and your house will be untouched. Say no to drama. Wait till the storm blows over, only then will you be heard. Wait, Divine Feminine. So autumn, deep freeze, 26. I was just feeling, well, that's like kind of, 2 seasons that you get to focus on you, and the card after is home. Okay, your home will be untouched. So we have deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. It's in the reverse meaning. Nothing you can do right now will amount to anything substantial, no matter how much you try, push, manipulate, or cajole. Life wants you to take a break. You need to do this now, lest you become exhausted and be forced to rest. What you need will be there for you when you emerge in the springtime. For now, winter has its own ideas for you. Wait for signs of spring. Okay, and that is in the summer energy. And I feel like your spring is going to be, like your summer might be your winter. It might feel like you might be going through a dark night in the summertime, Divine Feminine. When the summertime and the weather is high. Okay, it's like it's that time for you to stretch right up and touch the sky. I'm sure we'll be reminded. So let's finish with the final season, which looks like it's autumn in this case. Divine Masculine, King of Pentacles, sitting on your rightful throne. You are the Magician. I'll just change these positions around a bit here. You are the Magician. You have all the tools. You have the tricks of the trade when it comes to love offerings. Unconditional offerings of love, and it's flowing through the masculine's energy. And what's the cause of this? Or what's spurring this on? Because it's very much Scorpio energy. It's the transformational energy of death and rebirth. Okay. Let's get a card from the Enchanted Map for autumn, please. Wishing well. And I said, that's really the energy I picked up with the Divine Masculine was healthy, well, wishing well. You wish your Divine Masculine wellness. And you see what happens. You keep dropping them pennies, wishing for your heart's desires. Masks are being released. Wishing well. Wish him well. 48. It comes before that talisman here. You do this along the way, Divine Feminine. You don't come off of your path. You keep moving forward. Wishing well. Desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration. And I picked up that the Divine Masculine, he's kind of working on other things, really. He's finding love as a whole. He's kind of he knows what love is. And then it's going to be in the autumn time, it's going to be kind of specialised knowledge in what he desires and what inspires him. So desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognise a soulmate, or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The Wishing Well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. My ears are ringing. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control. Oh, I've got a really itchy eye. Hold on. That's itching under that eye. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit and prepare to be amazed. It's kind of like if you know nothing's really going to be happening until autumn, well, you just freed up yourself so much time, haven't you? That's how I look at it. It's like, well, it will come when it's ready. So this is really about taking your focus away from the when and how and the whys and the whys. Okay. It was coming through about your wisdom. Don't let it take it away from your wisdom. You're wise enough to know better and know how this works. Okay. It takes time. It takes two to make a thing go right. Okay. Bit of Rob Bass there. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone. Okay. Rob Bass is going to get down on the mic. Priorities. And that spoke about, didn't it? About I'm not internationally known. Well, I don't know what I'm going to DJ. Let's say Easy Rock is. But the listening, it was about actually, singing your song. Okay. Grabbing the microphone, building confidence, public speaking very much. Public figure. Showing the way. Being shown the way. And then showing others the way. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. This isn't just about the love that you feel for your counterpart. That's not what unconditional love is. It's not, well, I love him unconditionally and that's it, I only love him. No, you love the birds and the bees and the nature and the trees. Some poetry going on here. Come on, you love it all. You love your home and your family and your environment, and you're loving the life that you're creating because you are the creator of it. Look, you can't pick and choose, okay? You just, love is love. Through love and understanding, you are able to put the pieces of your own puzzle together. And by doing so, you have a deeper awareness of who you are and why you are here. Regularly take a moment out of your day to reassess your priorities. Confirm that you are living the life that you have. Don't put that in there, okay? Confirm that you are living the life you have intended and that you aren't wasting energy on things that don't feed your soul's growth. Focus on what is important to you and why. Are you happy with your current situation? Are you doing your best to help make others happy? Are there people in your life who are not supporting your goals? Pausing on your daily journey to re-establish your priorities using love and compassion as your guide gives you a better indication of your path forward. So much of life on earth is distraction, and the ego can be fragile and petty. Stop, listen to your heart. Your number one goal is to love yourself and share that love. All the other diversions rank after that. Life in this physical dimension is not easy. nor was it meant to be. You have to practice instilling the energy of love into your habitual thought processes. Prioritizing and decision making then becomes so much easier. The choice always comes down to love. Wow. Big message. And it also comes in with, I had a memory pop up on Facebook from 7 years ago. And it spoke about like the obstacle course, the challenges. And I actually wrote that post 7 years ago. And I started off putting saying, no one said it was going to be easy, that life was going to be easy. And it gives a prime example of you feel like it's from here to there and then you're up and down. It's a journey, guys, it's a journey. So why are we going with the mermaids and dolphins? We can go with the mermaids and dolphins, that's fine. I'm going to leave with a Rumi message. How long have we been on for? 1 hour and 53 minutes. Tranquility. Make time to relax, be still and enjoy your solitude. Indulging in much needed self-care. And it's been a journey. When I saw that, I thought we're near the finish line. There is a finish line on that map. And I felt we're near the finish line. Oh, actually, there's a part in it. Let me just show you it so that you can, if you haven't gone to you haven't seen it, especially if you're not subscribed, then you won't have it pop up as a notification. So it says, Lucy, we care about you and your and the memories that you share here. We thought that you'd like to look back on this post from 7 years ago. Why not? I like these little reminders from me. 31st of January 2014. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I don't know why. Okay. This was from a couple of days ago, but it popped up. It's reminding me, actually, that I've been self-employed for 10 years. It's the 31st of January 2011 that I stepped on the path of personal development. Anyway, I put here, no one said life would be easy. Surprisingly, it is within the obstacles that you will discover some of life's truly amazing adventures. Stay strong and enjoy the journey. Now, whereabouts are we? Are we in like the bathtub? I reckon the masculine's here. So there's your plan. And then there's the reality of it. No, I actually zoomed it in a bit too. You can see all of it. So the masculine's in the water there. Are we under that rain cloud, divine feminine? I reckon we're here at this marker point here. This one. Okay, I reckon we're there. Helping the divine masculine. Look, we're watching over him while he's in that, it looks like he's in a moat. It's 1414. Temperance meets temperance. Tranquility. I don't really want... Yes, we can read. Let's give some guidance on how to chill out. Okay. This card asks you to take a break from your harried schedule. Soaking or swimming in salty water creates a magical electrical energy shift in your body. There's another reason here. I felt like the salty water really did help to clear away any toxins. But let's understand a bit more about the process. So soaking or swimming in salty water creates a magical electrical energy shift in your body. The salt draws out emotional and physical toxins. Purchase sea salt from your local health food store's spice section and pour lots of the salt and fragrant essential oils into your warm bath water. Be sure to immerse your chest and heart chakra underwater as you soak in the tub in order to release toxic emotions. Burn a white candle near your bathtub. As you look at the flickering light, think about what you want. The white candle light amplifies your thoughts and feelings. So think about your desires and not your fears. Let the salt water wash away any doubts that could block your manifestation. Ask the candle to illuminate your mind with faith and positive expectations. Enjoy this relaxation time and have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Wow. Big message here, just to chill out, Divine Feminine. It's coming in due time. Rumi. Okay, let's finish with a Rumi message, guys. Dance of the Divine Feminine, card number 42. It's like that little lump's come in my throat again. Okay, Dance of the Divine Feminine. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the sore or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. And there's that bitterness that's in this cloud here. It will rain down sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. Rumi. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizon looms so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to the lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? You are made to move and grow, to love and flow. Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. You may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not so solid. You may touch it to see. Is it still moving? Of course, it is hurtling through the skies, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness. Yet you stand there, imagining you have a choice of not moving. What funny foolishness. Let us laugh about it together. How can you even imagine it? Only through some misplaced fear. It is such a small craziness, really. You can cast it off, that small crazy fear. Let it return to the Earth Mother to become fertiliser for the far grander and more exciting insanity of divine love instead. Give up that tiny insanity in favour of the greater craziness of love. Crazy little thing called love. Okay. You cannot be unmoved by it. The rhythms of life will get you shaking your hips eventually. How could you not become entranced by the gleaming dance floor, shimmering with possibility and invitation? This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallet drop into the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows, you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So, the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling, whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. If you just accept the great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. Disarrayed and deceived by the divine beloved, you are able to break out of a too ordinary world. You will explore the delightful consequences of rocked boats and upset apple carts being swept away by love as you dare to dream bolder and wilder dreams for yourself and the world. There is bigger magic for you to weave this lifetime. Prosatic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. It is the priorities of the heart that matter to you. If you are ever to right yourself, whilst the beloved is tipping you upside down like a soaring bird in most impressive aerial dynamics, it will be through establishing right priorities, the priorities of your own heart. So ask your heart what matters most and attend to that. And we had the priorities card come up. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Soon you'll be able to find your orientation even if everything you have once held on to appears to be shimmering and insubstantial. A mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your centre will remain strong. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you. But perhaps some shaking about is required first, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart centre. This oracle brings this message also. There is something you are holding on to, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against the proverbial brick wall if you can let it happen. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just the shaking about of the great beloved to lend you lend you a hand. Thanks. That's what the divine masculine is saying, divine feminine. But just shake up your world a little bit. You can handle it. Listen, not sent anything that you can't handle. So just remember that. So this is just a shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realise you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips. Stomp those feet. Close your eyes and clap your hands. There, that's better already. Felt like we were doing the yoki-koki. Oh, the yoki-koki. Let's do the sacred honour ritual and we shall leave it there. Say the following aloud. This is good. This is a good thing for you to kind of remember. So say the following aloud. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Repeat it 3 times. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Repeat it 3 times or however many times feels necessary for you at some deeper part of your being to really believe in what you are saying. You'll know when that happens because you will feel more peace and presence within. And then you will have completed your sacred honour ritual. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.